Silence is power. Yet behind that silence, a storm was building. Destiny felt betrayed. She suspected that Martell had something to do with her downfall. Suddenly, people she trusted in production stopped replying to her. Emails went unanswered, calls were ignored, and finally, she received one short message: "We've decided to move in a different direction." That one line changed her world. For the first time, Destiny realized reality TV was never really about reality. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Melody was thriving. She launched a new company focused on self-esteem workshops for women. In an interview, she said, "I've forgiven the past, but I'll never return to where my soul was broken." Her words spread like fire. Fans called her powerful, but in Huntsville, those words burned, especially for Martell. He couldn't stand seeing Melody move on. Around that time, a new man entered Destiny's life. Eden Coleman, a charming and mysterious business consultant. "Your story isn't over," he told her. "You just chose the wrong stage. Now it's time to change the game." At first, Destiny ignored him, but soon his words lit a fire inside her, a spark of revenge. One day, Martell and Eden met at a quiet cafe. The air was thick with tension. "So you're the one putting ideas in Destiny's head?" Martell asked with a fake smile. Eden replied calmly, "I'm not provoking her. I'm just showing her the truth. Your time is over, Martell. The game is changing." That sentence hit like a warning. That same night in Atlanta, Melody sat working late. Her children were asleep, and the only light came from her laptop. Suddenly, her phone rang. "Private caller." She hesitated, then answered. A low, cold voice said, "The higher you rise, the harder you'll fall, Melody." Then the line went dead. Her heart raced as she looked around. Everything seemed normal, but she felt a strange presence. Something dark was unfolding. While Melody tried to stay calm, Destiny began to investigate. She went through old contracts, emails, and production notes, and found proof that Martell had deceived her. When she told Eden, he smiled. "We won't fight this in the media. We'll fight it inside the story. You'll tell your truth your way." That's how Truth Unfiltered was born, a web series where Destiny promised to reveal everything. Her first video went viral overnight. Some called her brave. Others called her bitter. But everyone was watching. Martell watched too, but his face was calm. He knew Destiny wasn't working alone. Soon one of his contacts confirmed it. Eden Coleman had a hidden connection with a big TV producer who had once approached Melody for a new show. That's when Martell realized Eden wasn't helping Destiny. He was targeting Melody. Meanwhile, Melody's growing company, Rise by Melody, faced a sudden controversy. False rumors spread online and edited clips painted her in a bad light. She stayed calm, saying only, "Sometimes people find comfort in blaming others for their failure. I just hope they find peace." But inside, she knew someone was trying to destroy her reputation. Her team began investigating. The trail led back to Eden. Eden had been feeding lies to bloggers, spreading fake stories to pit Destiny and Melody against each other. Martell, seeing how far things had gone, finally decided to confront Eden. "Why are you doing this to her?" he demanded. Eden smiled. "It's not personal, it's business. When one star fades, another must rise. Destiny is the new face, and you of all people should understand using people for gain." The words hit Martell hard. But even Destiny began to suspect Eden's motives. One night, she found a secret file in his office labeled Project M, filled with private information about Melody. That's when she realized she wasn't part of the plan. She was a pawn. Around the same time, Melody received another call from that same number. This is just the beginning, but this time, she didn't panic. "I won't break again," she whispered. Everything changed when Destiny called Melody. Her voice shook. "Melody, I'm sorry. I didn't do this alone. It was Eden. He used me." Melody's heart froze, the same name that had been haunting her for weeks. Now, it was clear this wasn't just about fame or jealousy. It was war. Martell determined to make things right, worked with Melody to expose Eden. Destiny secretly recorded a meeting where Eden admitted, "People don't want the truth. They want a story. You're part of my story." Destiny sent the recording to Melody, who played it at a live press conference. "Sometimes," Melody said, "you have to fight a war just to speak the truth." The video went viral. Eden was exposed, his deals collapsed, and Truth Unfiltered was canceled. Destiny publicly apologized, and Melody forgave her. Martell finally found peace too. He knew he could never undo the past, but at least this time he stood for truth. Melody launched a new show, Rebirth, the real story, celebrating women's strength and resilience. Destiny rebuilt her business, sharing her real story with honesty. And Martell stepped away from fame to focus on his children, saying, "If you love someone, let them be free." One evening, Melody stood on a rooftop in Atlanta, a cup of tea in hand, watching the sunset. Her phone buzzed, a final message from Eden Coleman. "You did it, Melody." She smiled softly, turned off the phone, and whispered, "I didn't just survive, I was born again." So, if you've ever felt broken, remember this. Even when everything falls apart, the truth remains your greatest power. After every fall, there's always a new beginning, a rebirth. A few months passed, and life in Atlanta settled into a calm rhythm. Melody's new show, Rebirth, the real story, became more than just entertainment. It became a movement. Women from all over began sharing their stories of pain, healing, and transformation. Each episode reminded viewers that strength doesn't come from perfection, but from the courage to start over. Melody had become a symbol of resilience, a voice for every woman who had been silenced or underestimated. Yet, beneath the surface of her success, there were still traces of unease. The memory of Eden Coleman lingered like a shadow she couldn't quite escape. Though he had disappeared from the public eye, Melody couldn't shake the feeling that he wasn't truly gone. One evening, while reviewing scripts with her production team, she noticed a new proposal in the inbox, an unsigned document for a potential collaboration with an unknown company. Something about it felt familiar. The tone, the language, it reminded her of Eden. Meanwhile, back in Huntsville, Martell had kept his promise to live differently. He was spending more time with his children, staying away from gossip and chaos. But peace, for a man like Martell, was difficult to maintain. One afternoon, he received an envelope in his mailbox with no return address. Inside was a single flash drive. Against his better judgment, he plugged it into his computer. A video played grainy footage of a meeting between Eden and another man. The conversation was brief, but chilling. Phase 2 begins soon. Atlanta isn't finished yet. Martell froze. He knew exactly who Eden was referring to. Without hesitation, he called Melody. "We need to talk," he said. When they met, Melody listened silently as he explained. Her face remained calm.